Greetings and salutations in service to the one I am, Amber Dawn Star, practical mystic, energetic activist, and for almost 35 years, master breathologist. Welcome back to my community. Well, this is a 9-day, and here I am. As I said, I would attempt to make these videos on the 369 days to go along with the energy, frequency, and vibration of Tesla. And if you're not familiar with Tesla and the 369 vibration, you can Google that shite. So today, connecting the dots for you, and just, this is food for thought, just food for thought. See if any of it makes any sense. See if any of it does connect for you. Which is, this whole pandemic that is being widespread, worldwide, a catastrophe. My sense is that this was something that the powers that be, which are, of course, all the institutions, all the corporations that are considered people now, the healthcare industry, the big pharma, the definitely big AGRA. Can you see how these three major corporations might have something in common with this whole pandemic? When you look at the statistics of this, basically, the people that have left were old, were sickly, and were morbidly obese. Is there anything that might be, connected there with what is being pushed upon the world right now? Let's see, big pharma, making a lot of money, right? Lot of money right now. Big AGRA, been making money for decades to get people to eat those turdunkins, which absolutely have no health effects for you. So, big pharma and big AGRA, which, is walk into a store. See if you can walk into any supermarket and look around and see what's real there as far as food is concerned. Unless you're buying organic, you are choosing to be the people that big pharma and big AGRA is absolutely going for. The institutions, the corporations, that are all have their own agendas as far as we're concerned. They could give a crap about you and I. All they want is this. But what they don't realize is, because they've been getting away with it for eons, well, at least the last 100 years for big pharma and big AGRA, they're not going to be getting away with it much longer. The 20th of this month is the beginning of the United States Pluto return. So if you know anything about astrology, you will know that Pluto, of course, rules death and rebirth. The god of the underworld is Pluto. Transformation. And Pluto only comes around every 240 years. About that. So this is our first of our country's Pluto return. And if you know about, Saturn returns, and if you know about Uranus square Uranus returns, not the greatest time. And because it's, Pluto, and because it's all of the institutions and corporations that run the world, I mean, pretty much, unless the people decide that they've had enough, which probably we're heading towards. We're probably heading towards people having enough. Because once the secrets that are still secret come out, uh, yeah, there'll be a lot of people standing up and saying enough is enough. So if you can connect the dots as to these large corporations that are running the show and have decided that, you know what, we don't really want to keep supporting these old, sick, morbidly obese people. No, we've made all of our money off of them, and so now we can let them go with this pandemic. So, all of our rights are being, brought into focus. Do we have any left? Is this truly the land of the free? Might want to think about that. Free for the, billionaires, definitely. For the old white boys, yeah, definitely free for them. Unfortunately, most of us are not those old white boys. Or fortunately, yeah, I would say, considering that I just read on my feed that Bezos wants to build a $5 million yacht. And it could be more. And wants to tear down a bridge that's been there over 150 years so he can sail his yacht through. Priorities? It's time to connect the dots to see exactly who's running this show, exactly where this pandemic came from. My sense is that, they decided in their back room cigar smoking areas that, we needed to do something about this. And they decided to do something about it. However, it got away from them. So now they're dealing with the aftermath of what's going on and how many people are saying, no, we're not going to do it your way. And that's just going to be more and more. When this Pluto transit happens, and it's going to be happening the rest of this year, get ready to see people standing up and saying no more. And either quietly or loudly. Feels more like loudly. As soon as the weather gets a little warmer, get ready. Get ready for what's coming, because what's coming is all of the stuff that hasn't been working for most of the people over the last 240 years. That's going to come up for review. As it already has started, but it's going to kick into high gear after the end of this month, the 20th of this month, and will continue. So when you see, people in the streets and people on strike and people saying enough is enough and people saying up yours and people saying we've had it and people saying tell the flip-flopping truth for once. And when they find out the truth, they're not going to be very happy about it. They're not. And it's nothing to be happy about. I mean, this country was founded on some great ideals. However, the day-to-day, all men are created equal. Are they? I mean, it's a great ideal because, of course, it's true. We're all created in God's experience of all that is. However, look how long it took, for slavery to be abolished. Look how long it took for the women to get the vote. And still had a president that was just anti all of that except this. And there's people that still believe that person. Are marching behind him right off the cliff. Those lemmings right off the cliff. Hope you're not one of those lemmings. Hope you have a brain in your head and a mind to think for yourself, and that you could connect the dots and see how all of this insidiousness is being played out. Because it is being played out. And the wealthiest don't give a crap. They just want to build their $5 million yachts and tear down bridges and send penis rockets to the moon. Because, no, not to the moon, just the space where it becomes, outer space, just to show that, they can. Ooh, exciting. Rather than sharing their wealth and making the planet habitable for everyone and everything. Give people a chance. If they're not thinking about where their next meal is coming from or where they're gonna sleep at night, and if they have any clothes to wear, if you level that so that people aren't in constant survival mode, then humanity could be raised to the levels of it's capable. But as long as people are wondering all those things and living in fear about all those things, no. But you see, the Aquarian age is happening, and it is happening for everyone. So that means that even if those people think that they're getting away with something, because of course they have for quite some time, thousands of years, the toxic masculine patriarchy has been getting away with shite for about 6,000 years. So of course they think they're still going to get away with it. Of course they do. But they're not. Because we're moving into a 2,100 plus year cycle of the masses waking up. And the starseeds and the light workers are here to help that process happen. We're here to be the forerunners of what's to come is in our consciousness. That love and light will lead the way. That the Aquarian age will be about the people. All the people. Not just a couple of little people. I'm trying to think of something, what I want to say. You know what I want to say. Anybody that's watching this must feel the same way, and if you don't, well, then you don't have to be involved. It's fine too. So just start connecting the dots in your life. Do some research. Turn off the frickin', mainstream news. Do some research on your own. See how you can connect the dots with what's happening in your outer world and what's also happening in your inner world. Because, of course, our inner worlds are reflections of the outer, and so is the outer reflection of the inner. There's a lot of people, 8 billion almost, people living in fear. And for good reason. If you don't know where your meals are coming from, you don't know where you're going to sleep at night, and you have no clothes on your back, of course, yeah, you're a little concerned about that. So just know that regardless of how it seems, it will not sustain. It is not sustainable anymore. It has been because there's been so much fear for the last couple thousand years in Pisces. Control, control over you. You know, the religions of the world. Woo! They're big controllers, aren't they? Not saying that there isn't great people in all the religions. Of course there are. But the people that run it, iffy. Especially, you know, people that have their own, city. And, allow the people in the organizations to hurt children. And not acknowledge it until now. Yeah, those people. But also, there are the people that, believe in all that is, and whatever name you want to put that, and are good, are great people, and are standing up for what's right. So, it's time for you to connect the dots in your own life and see how the outer is reflecting how you feel on the inside. Because usually, as above, so below. That means that what's going on in the world is pretty much also going on within you. And that's one of the reasons that, it's all going on in the world like it is. So, I hope that was informative. I'm attempting to do this, as I said, 3-6-9 days. And I've done it. I've done it this week, 3-6-9. I've done it. So I'm very proud of myself for doing my commitment and keeping it. So if you care about any of this that I'm talking about, if you want more information, please leave a message and I will get back to you. breathedeepsoulhealing.com is my website. breathedeepsoulhealing@gmail is my Gmail. If you have any questions in regards to the conscious holy breath, or anything else of the other hats that I wear, that's practical mystic, energetic activist. I explained on my last video what that was about. So if any of this, resonates for you, or if you think it might resonate for someone that you know, please pass it on. All right, I'd say that's probably good for me today. So thank you for joining me. Om Namah Shivaya. In Lakach. Namaste. El Kalima. All right, see you in a few on a 3-day. Yes. Bye for now.